Hello and welcome to my corner of the internet. So today I want to talk about self-care and share with you a few of my favorite activities for self-care, and I will end the video with a very gentle movement practice, something that is intended for the days where you're super tired and when everything is just too much and you just need a rug or a bed or a sofa. You can even do it when you're watching Netflix. It's super simple and straightforward, and even from bed you can do it. So stay with me, and yes, here we go. So I think it's relevant to start with kind of a definition for self-care, because it's a word that we hear all the time. And for me, self-care is something that is about nourishment. So what I mean by that is that it has to be something that makes me feel like myself, that makes me forget about the outside world and what I can center back into who I am and what I need and what I like to do, basically. So a lot of the activities that I prefer are geared towards or centered around play. And so the first thing, or play and observation. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to spend time outside, and it's very broad because it can, sometimes I want to go for a walk, sometimes I just want to be outside and close my eyes and take a deep breath and smell and listen to the sounds of my surroundings, and sometimes I want to go for a swim. Sometimes I want to put my feet in the ground, in the grass. So depending on my needs, I will do whatever I feel like doing. I try to be intuitive about it and not force anything. Sometimes I know that going for a walk is really good for me, because especially if I haven't left the house, and during the day I know that a walk is good for me, but sometimes it's not what I need, because sometimes it's just I'm just too tired for it. So I try to honor that, but just spending time outside and feeling the temperature on my skin, and maybe even if it rains, it can be nice to just feel the environment, the natural environment around me. So yeah, that's the first thing. And the second thing would be playing the ukulele, which you can see right here. I try to leave it around the house, so every time I feel called to just take 5 minutes or less or even more to just play a few notes. And most of the time I'm playing one song or two. I'm learning one or two songs at the same time, maybe for weeks or for months, and I just play those because they just feel nice, and I don't really care about producing something. I don't really care about it sounding nice or anything. I just like to just to play around. So I think that's a super cool creative outlet. And I also don't have to think about anything. I just grab a song and I see the notes and I see what I have to do, and that's it. The third one would be also creative, which is doodling. I really like doodling, especially when I don't really know what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and sometimes journaling just is a bit too much and I want to just brain dump something that I have on my mind and just get it out of my head, and sometimes it comes in a very visual way. So doodling, and I can do it on paper, and I also like to do it on my iPad. I use this app called Paper, funnily enough, funny name, when I want to play around with colors and with different pens and things like that. So Paper is a really simple app to use, and I also like the collage function. So in the collage section you have you can easily grab photos from Unsplash from within the app, so you can play around with the photos that you can find on Unsplash, which I find super convenient. So that was the third one, doodling. And the fourth one is movement. And what I mean by movement is not working out, not going for a walk, not running, but more foundational movements. That is just maybe lifting my arms up or rolling my shoulder blades together. I have a video, I can link it there if you want to explore those shoulder blades movements. And so shoulder blades movements, or just rotating my legs into my hip bones, and just things like that. They're super simple and super just to get me into my body, and super foundational, and they're like kind of like cleaning the joints. So yeah, so that's what I want to share with you now. I want to share a short movement practice that will be like that, like the simple, gentle movement that you might need when everything is just a bit too much. And you will see that even if it's a super simple practice, it has a really huge impact. It's super soothing for the nervous system when everything is just too much and your brain is kind of overactive. So let's get to it. So as you can see, I'm on the floor. You can do this practice on the sofa as well, or in your bed, whichever is going to feel more comfortable for you right now. You can try in different spots and then see which one you prefer. I really like the rug. I think it's just the perfect level of sturdiness. And you will need a few pillows as well, so feel free to pause the video and grab everything you need and come back here. And as long as you have a t-shirt that you can move in, you can do this practice in whatever clothes you want. So you're gonna need 1 or 2 pillows to place under your ribs, so you can come and sit. I'm here on my left side. You can start with whichever side you want. So you're just gonna take the pillow and bring them not completely close to the hips. We're gonna come and put them like around the the ribs, so here in the middle. So the pillow is going to kind of be in between the hips and the armpit here, and we're going to come and lie down here. So you can also find the spot that feels comfortable. You can also come and stand here on your hand, or if you prefer, you can also come lie on your hand. You can also bring another pillow under your head. This is really comfy. If you want a yoga block as well, maybe have a yoga block under here and the pillow. That's probably delicious. So feel free to try that. I'm gonna stay on my hand, and I really like to add a pillow also in between the knees, because this is super comfortable as well for the hips. Again, you can try what feels good for you, and what we're looking for here is a really comfortable sensation, really comfortable spot. So take your time to do that, and you will see that depending on the days, you will feel that something feels really nice, and on other days that will not feel as nice. So just be aware that your needs are going to change from day to day. So once you're here, you can choose your preference, your option for your hand, where you want to place your head, and you can just take a breath here and notice what your ribs are doing. So it will open into the pillow and under your arm here as well. So notice what's happening. And whenever you're ready, you can extend your arm that is on top, the top arm, and you're gonna open the palm, open the fingers, and pull the thumb towards you and towards the back. So the thumb is looking up to the ceiling. So that's a really nice gentle stretch for the fingers. And then we're going to start rotating the hand. So focus on your thumb. So bring your thumb down towards the floor, so it's looking to the floor, and bring it back up to the ceiling and towards the back wall behind you. And we're just going to rotate like this. So come back, thumb up to the ceiling, to the side towards me, and then back down. And you can continue this way, so rotating gently. You're gonna feel it all the way into your shoulder here, shoulder joint. And you can go faster if you like. And you can also lower your arm a bit down if you prefer, if it's starting to feel a bit heavy. And you can put your arm a bit higher up if you prefer as well, if you want to try it out and see. So let your elbow pit look different ways as well. So as you move your thumb towards the back and towards the front and back around, you're going to notice that your armpit is moving. Let it do what it wants to do. And then extend your arm all the way there, all the way towards you, and then all the way overhead. Rotate so your thumb is looking towards me, and bring the arm back down. Rotate your arm so the thumb is looking back to the back wall, and come back here. And we're continuing with this motion, the thumb changing positions as you come back down and move your arm overhead. And you can also start to add maybe some more fluid movement into, well, this movement here. Maybe you want to just release the elbows. Maybe the thumb wants to come gently overhead. Maybe you want to dance with your fingers. And make sure that here you're releasing also maybe the feet, the knees. Release your belly, maybe your jaw. So the only part of you that is moving is the arm. And when you're ready, you can lower your arm back down. Take a deep breath in. Feel your ribs under you and release your breath out. Alright, let's move on to the other side. Gently lift yourself back up, or you're welcome to just turn around. I'm gonna turn to the other side this way so I can keep facing you. Alright, so come and place your pillows more or less at the ribs, so not too close to the hip. And you can come like down. Scoop. And choose your position for the head, for the arm. Maybe you want to try another position if the other one wasn't 100% comfortable. Maybe you want to bring a pillow under your elbow or under your head. Alright, take a moment here to take a deep breath in and notice what your ribs are doing. Relax your shoulders and extend your arm out on top of you. And here's same thing, you know where we're going now, so extend the arm, the fingers and the thumb, so the thumb is looking up and it moves towards you, but also towards the wall behind you, and that should give you a nice stretch. And when you're ready, you can start rotating, so moving the thumb towards the floor, and then towards the ceiling, and then towards the back. And you can keep rotating this way, and you're gonna notice again that as you move the thumb, the elbow pit is gonna move with it. So let your arm move all the way, not just at the wrist, but also at the shoulder joint. And this is a really nice movement for the shoulder. It's very simple, but this is very beneficial for the shoulder joint. And this is a movement that you can do anywhere you are. If you're waiting in line, maybe at the supermarket or at the doctor's office or something, you can just do that, and you're gonna feel it. The shoulders are really gonna love it. And when you're ready, you can start to extend here, or you can move the position of the arm. And you can start shifting, taking your arm all the way overhead. The thumb is looking towards the back, and rotate. The thumb is looking towards me, and lower your arm down. Rotate. Thumb is looking back, and take your arm overhead, and rotate again. Thumb is looking towards me. And you can continue this way. Noticing if there's maybe a difference between this arm and the other one that we just did. Can you release any tension that might be in your neck, in your chest, in your feet maybe? And you can start to play around a bit more, exploring different orientations with your arm, maybe even forward, playing with the rotation again in whichever way feels comfortable and just nice here. And relax your hips into the ground. Let the ground or your bed or the sofa support you. And this position is also really nice if you just want to be in this position. If you don't want to move your arm, that's perfectly okay too. And maybe next time you're watching Netflix, this is also a little inspiration for you to just rest in a different position. So with a pillow in between your knees, or maybe with a few pillows under your head, under your ribs, that can be nice. You can just experiment. And release your arm. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Alright, and gently come to a sit. And there you have it. That was our little gentle movement practice for today. You're free to come back to this practice as often as you want to. If you have any questions, you're always free to tell me, leave me some comments, and yeah. And if you want to check out more videos, movement videos, I'll leave them around here on the screen. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. If you have any other things that you do for self-care that you think I should add to my list, let me know. And I hope to see you soon in another movement video.